And hello, everybody, and welcome to more Ghost of Tsushima. We're back again to continue our beloved, beautiful journey through the land of Tsushima. I've been having such a blast with this game, and I'm always looking forward to playing it every day when we start up the stream. Uh, and I'm really, really happy that we get to continue today. So we're going to go ahead and do that. What we're going to be doing today is probably mostly more exploring, side quests. You know me, I always love doing everything else before going to the main story. So that is what we shall do. And, yeah, as per always, we'll give everybody a minute to come in, wait for the first ad to pass, and we should be all set. There's the first ad already. And while that runs, I would say, let's just run around. And then we could totally do, start one of those. It's probably a multi-tail thing again, right? Probably? But maybe we'll find something in the meantime that we can look at. And who knows? I know that also Bass had mentioned previously that I want to just hang out and do a little chat while we play this game, so maybe they will show up. I don't know. Sadly, no Frosty whatsoever this week. He's very busy with work. The poor bean. Oh, wait, there's a rumor. But yeah.
Do you know of any supplies in the area?
No, my lord. But Kami will lend you aid if you pay your respects.
Yeah.
Find the Torii gates, follow them to a shrine, and take what is offered.
They say a charm blessed by Kami can change one's fate. I could use that kind of help.
Oh, they're talking about the...
How can I help others when
We're
I'm
talking about the
free?
gates. Okay, yeah, no, we already done those. And I love the music in this. The sound design in general is really, really good. Hi, Willie! Oh, God. How are you doing? Oh, there's a golden borb. I do like that you basically get that hint with the golden bird that there's something nearby. I think it might be leading me to the quest though, right? Okay, yeah, he's just leading me to the quest. Ah, my snout! Damn it!
Get grabbed.
Lol. Hi, Admiral Bork.
Eh.
Howies. You know what? Every day, literally every day, I'm thinking, that's it, I'm getting rid of the fucking sushi barrage. I'm just tired of that redeem. Right? But then I keep forgetting to do it. And then I immediately get reminded, usually the moment we start the stream, that it's still there. Well, I get reminded that it's still there. Because Michael is doing the thing again. We just redeems the most obnoxious loud thing. You could save up to just be VIP, Michael. You could do that. At any given time, you could do that. But you instead choose to save up for a thing that just annoys me for like 5 seconds. Hi, are you doing, Bork?
Eh.
Yeah. What's up? Do you need a hug?
Not really. I'm just annoyed.
Just been what? Annoyed?
Been annoyed by multiple things the last
Uh,
week.
life, video games, that sort of thing, probably.
People being annoying, things being annoying, things breaking.
Dude, trust me, I know the feeling. I'm literally waiting for the day that we're in the middle of a stream and my computer just explodes or something. I shit you not, I literally had nightmares of just me dreaming that my computer dies. It's kind of awful, actually. Luckily, in most cases, I don't actually... I have not really had that many problems with people. Most of the time, people are quite nice. I have not really had that particular issue. Maybe that's for like partially due to the reason how I run my community or stuff. I don't know. Just we like to do funny things. We vibe around here. We don't talk about politics or shit. You know, we're here. We hang out and we have a great time. That's what we do. And I love it because we have a lot of good beans in the community. That's why you get head pets. Pet 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 pet. Well, I guess let's do that fucking bamboo strike and watch Kalie fuck it up for 5 minutes again. Do not chew on me. I'm not for eating. Have, oh, well, that's an easy one. Have you played this game before, Morg?
No, I have not.
Is a good
I
game.
own it, I've just not got it done yet.
Balls.
I also don't care about spoilers.
Okay, that was actually very easy. Bamboo strike. Never mind. Never mind. We did that in like fucking 2 tries. Now I have to do 5 more if I want to get the next resolve. Dude, I fucking love the healing in this game though, because like your resources, your combat resources, is called resolve that you get from performing various actions, mostly in takedowns and enemy kills, right? And when you heal yourself, the guy just like punches himself in the chest to like hype himself up, but it's like, ah yes, I'm bleeding out of every hole. Let me fucking knock myself in the chest to heal. To spontaneously close all of my wounds. It's probably one of my favorite ways to heal in any fucking video game ever, I swear. Just yes, let me punch myself. That'll take the edge off. Now do it 30 more times. I'm not sure if there's... I think there's 20 bamboo strikes in the game. Hold on. Uh, yes, 20 bamboo strikes. We have 5 out of 20. There's like... Okay, there's so many collectibles in this game, but because it's weird in a sense how I really do not mind those collectibles in this game. Simply because they're just so well integrated. Like, they feel so seamless. It's not just like a Ubisoft collectibles where it's just like, oh, pick up fucking scribbling 1 out of 125. You know? That has like no lore or basically nothing that actually adds to the world. Here, all of the things that you do pretty much have a purpose and a reason. And it's really neat. Also, the rewards are just way better. You know, you do the bamboo strikes, you get resolve. For example, you do the hot springs or the haikus, and you get increased focus and health. That sort of stuff. That's cool. I love that. hope Ubisoft goes under soon as well as 2K. Well, Ubisoft's not gonna fail because they're connected to Tencent now. That's the thing. All of these big failing companies, I genuinely assume the same thing might actually happen to Bungie, because I'm pretty sure if nobody comes in to save Bungie after the whole marathon thing, Bungie will die. But that's not going to happen. Somebody like Tencent is going to come in and just buy the company, or just buy the license rights for half their games or whatever. Or partner up like Tencent. It would not surprise me if it actually is Tencent. Tencent literally gets their claws into everything that is vulnerable in the Western market. And especially with a studio as big as Tencent. Why do you think EA, for example, always goes the route of just liquidating the companies they own instead of, selling them off? Because then fucking Tencent would just grab. Because let me tell you, BioWare, I'm pretty sure BioWare's gonna eat shit next. EA's gotta take that to, the little walk in the woods that they do with all of the studios that don't make $1 billion. Even if it is from their own doing, as to why the companies are doing bad. Because otherwise Tencent will also just come in there and
Have you come to help the Azamo League too?
grab that too. Anyway, samurai time. Chop chop. Yes. I have heard about that one, which is just absolutely the problem. So the problem with 2K, you could say I hope 2K goes under as much as you want, but like think about all that's connected to UK, UK 2K, right? It's not just Gearbox, as in Borderlands. Come to think of it, they also own the Bioshock IP too, which is actually something that I like way more than Borderlands, even though we haven't gotten a game in like 15 years. Shit, that might actually be true. Yeah, cause what? Bioshock Infinite was the last one, right? And 2K, XCOM and Civilization. Let's be honest though, the biggest elephant in the room when it comes to that company, 2K owns Rockstar. Rockstar makes GTA. GTA 5 alone has literally made them billions. GTA 6, in case you don't know, is actually right now the most expensive game in development ever. Having a development budget of $1 billion. That's absolutely insane. That is completely heard of. Apparently the music, like the music licensing alone is insane. How much money they put into music licensing, which is gonna be fucking great for streamers when half the shit in the game, or more than that, is some licensed copyrighted music. So there's going to be a lot of shit. There's going to be a lot of copyright claims from that probably. So hope they put a streamer mode in there, otherwise we're kind of shit. We're kind of fucked. Not that it really matters, considering that, if the game comes out, if the game comes out next year, the PC players are not going to get it for at least another year, so we don't have to worry about it till 2027. Michael's gonna lurk. Okie dokie. And I've never really got into XCOM or Civilization, to be honest. I just saw that Civilization 7 has like these insane requirements that they're like recommending a 4070 and then 32 gigs of RAM and a 16 core CPU, and I'm like, ah yes. specs that are literally higher than pretty much any other game on the market, except maybe shit like Star Citizen or Flight Simulator or something like that. We're gonna talk to person now.
My lord, have you come to help the Azamo League too?
I've never heard of them.
Farmers and fishermen banded together to fight the Mongols. I've come from Ariake to train them.
I admire their bravery. How is the training going?
They were supposed to meet me here hours ago. I was about to look for them.
I'll ride with you.
Have the suspicion they're probably all dead. I still wonder how the arrows were even being held. Like, it's just a floating cup that the arrows were sitting in. How are they secured? Well, oh. Oh, interesting. Look at this. So it actually, the cup actually has slats down in the bottom where the arrow heads are inside of. And then it has little rig that they're tied to. So okay, and then the thing itself has a little band that goes around his hip. I see. So that could work. But how would you get those arrows quickly? You would not get those arrows quickly out of there, not with that tie around it.
Horse, Kalie.
Their leaders stay at a farmhouse nearby. They'll know where the main force is camped. As a child, I dreamed of becoming a samurai. Now I'm riding with a real one.
But you know how to fight and handle a horse.
My village was constantly raided by pirates on the coast. They killed my parents when I was young. I learned to defend myself. I hope the skills I gained through hardship can be of use to the people here.
You're not so different from a samurai.
My lord, you flatter me.
Oh, bamboo. I like that you can just grab shit from a horse. Not like in Ubisoft games or whatever where you have to dismount every single time when you want to grab anything. So many good quality of life things in this too. Civ 7 for some reason allows you to mix leaders and civilizations. I don't like that idea. What do you mean? I like the idea of fucking
There's a fire up ahead.
The farmhouse.
Abraham Lincoln commanding Predator missiles and M1 fucking Abraham tanks.
Cut them down.
Oh. Am I detected already, or can I... Bam. Oh god. Cool. I wonder if there's like a charm that makes the window for perfect parries more open or something. That would be cool. Because they do be quite snug.
These are the men I was supposed to meet.
Oh, so they are all dead. Well... Ripperonis. You can have Abraham Lincoln be the leader of Japan? Obviously. I mean, to be fair, I think Abraham Lincoln would probably make a fairly decent leader for most nations, just simply because of the moral mindset that he had.
These are the men I was supposed to meet.
maybe not be a perfect fit culturally, but you would probably find diplomatic ways to deal with things. If that was the case.
If the Mongols found them, they could have found the main force too.
I should have come sooner.
We can still warn the others. Hear that? They might have found the main force.
We have to help them. Hurry, my lord!
Wait!
Whoosh. We go stab now. Used to be locked in our own civilization. True.
We're too late.
Oh, hi Rain. How are you?
We can't save everyone.
Then I will avenge the
The
dead.
samurai remains calm before a fight. Wait!
No, she obviously is not calm.
Pay for your crimes, invaders!
Okay, I hope she doesn't just eat shit and die now. Can you? Oh, fuck. Hold on.
My lord.
Oh my god. You're getting us murdered right now. Oh my god, this archer's pissing me off. Come here, little bastard. Good thing I have so much resolve. Aye, aye, aye.
We did it.
Okay, good thing I can revive my allies so they just immediately fall over and eat shit. Yes. But yes, like I said, or like I wanted to say, Japan was landlocked for a long time, and then at some point, there's this really funny video about the entire history of Japan from, oh, what was this? It's not Salmonella, it's the other person, who's also really funny, and that was like till the 1800s, 1700s, somewhere around there, and then the United States just show up with like half their fucking Navy Armada and just go, knock knock, may you let us in please? And what the fuck were they going to do, right? So Japan was just like, well, alright, well, I guess we sort of have to open our borders, otherwise we're just gonna start a war with the US. Imagine if Japan wouldn't have done that, and it would have just been a war with Japan. Like, in the 1800s. That would have been wild. Doing good, just tired. Was up till 5 in the morning catching a lost cat. Oh. Sorry to hear that. But hopefully you got the kitty cat back. Hi, Bolt. How you doing? Hope
You
you're
have
well.
skill, but you nearly died rushing into battle.
Don't the Mongols anger you?
A samurai's most important weapon is himself. Lose control, and you risk defeat.
I see. I should return home. Learn to master my emotions.
Keep fighting. We need people like you. But remember the lesson.
I will, my lord.
Horse is being nippy again. Yo, Jesus. I am doing good as well. Legend... What? Legend storyteller. What does that mean? Oh, because I discovered him. Cool. The Portuguese and Dutch have been trading with the Japanese before the US. The US didn't trade. Well, at first. They sort of forced the Japanese into a trading relationship because they, I know that's a simplified way of putting it. There was a lot more nuance to it, but the short of it is that the U.S. sort of showed up at some point with half their Navy Armada, and sort of just like friendly suggested to the Japanese that how about you opened your borders to us, and the Japanese were kind of like, well, they have like 400 heavily armed ships, and we got like, a bunch of fishing boats, so what the fuck are we gonna do? So they more or less just agreed, because they knew that a war with the US at that point would have just destroyed them. The Portuguese tried to convert them to Christianity, and the Japanese didn't like that. I feel like that's how a lot of the times in history that goes, that some sort of missionary came around to some place and tried to reform everybody to become Christians. And then either they did or they started a war. It usually went one of those two ways. Is that more bad people? That's more bad people.
Bloody battle was fought in this place. But when morning came, no bodies were found. Instead, the powerful witch raised them from the dead to fight out.
The Dutch told the Japanese, hey, we could give you the same thing as the Portuguese, but minus the conversion. If you kill the Portuguese, and the Japanese said yes. I mean, would you in that case? Like I said, I don't know. I know a fair bit about history, but I don't know that much about Japanese history. Hold on, there's bamboo and shit. Roly-poly. I like that we know the secret art of roly-poly in this game. Wait. Where'd the bad people go? Huh? What? Oh, okay. The bad people are all gone. Cool. Well, no stabbies for us. Great. Oh well. Hi, Lonnie. You're gaming with a friend again. Lonnie. Lonnie's been very absent lately. That a fox shrine? It is. Found another one without having to follow the fox first. Bet the fox. Bet, 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 bet. Alright, great. Can we see anything else of interest? Not really. Oh. Now there's bad people. Okay. Whoops. Can you not? Well, I found the bad people. Cool. Sticky bomb. Okay. I don't think Lonnie is hiding in my walls. I feel like it's more like Rain who is hiding in your walls, Willie. Half bow die in a minor defense charm. Enemies stop hunting you 40% faster. I don't care about that. Okay, moderate. I kind of feel like that would be cool. Then we also have Strength of Mountains. The Rapid Strike does sound kind of cool. Ah, there's so many skills. The slowdown time is also kind of neat. Improved standoff would also be... I mean, all of those would be fucking cool, okay? Resolve parry looks good. Ranged weapons are for cowards. We have a ranged weapon vault. Oh, shit. Oh. Never mind. Kalie was reading chat while just scrolling through the thing. Never mind. I would have picked the resolve, but fuck that. We don't need resolve. Who needs resolve? Double standards are like having two standards in one. Man, that's how Twitch runs their business. You know, like one of my favorite comments that I've ever read underneath somebody criticizing Twitch was somebody saying if Twitch didn't have double standards, they would have no standards at all. Oh, man. That's fine. We'll get another point soon enough. It's way too much crap to level up anyway. That's a lot of burned bodies. They're really good at portraying the intense brutality and cruelty of the mongrels. Like, they're not really shying away from that. Also, you know what? Another thing that I really appreciate as well, I literally only find things that I appreciate about this game. I've very few things I can criticize. I guess the technical aspects would be the biggest thing to criticize for me personally. That it does not run quite as smooth as it should, but can't really fault the developers only on that. I'm pretty sure Nvidia is probably playing a big part in that too. But for example, the flowers, right? In the Ubisoft game, you see how we can collect all these flowers and there's yellow ones, blue ones, red ones, white ones? Those would all be individual items to pick up, right? Those would all be individual, in the Ubisoft game, you would have, you know, those individual flowers, and you would need those individual flowers to do individual things. Here, doesn't matter the color, they're all flowers, and all the flowers are used for purchasing various different dyes as a currency. And that's just really nice. That you don't have to go around, you're like, oh, I have 28 red flowers, but I actually need 15 white flowers, right? That sort of thing, that would be a thing in a Ubisoft game, but not here. And I love that. That is great. Can I swim? I can. Where are you taking me, bird? Hi, Eric. I have no clue where this bird is taking me. Oh, an haiku. Should look at that. That's where you follow the golden bird. Remember when Twitch was the uppity underdog against YouTube? Good times. Yeah, I feel like the 2010 to 2012 was really just a golden age for a lot of things. There was like the golden age of YouTube. Like, it literally didn't matter what kind of content you made. As long as you had viewers, you could make money, you could monetize, you know, same thing on Twitch. You could do whatever. You had a lot of people that rose to fame around that time too. Right? Like, it was just better times back then. And not all of this stupid, and then, well, the problem is always fame and power and money, right? Because then as those platforms grew larger and larger, eventually you have the investors. And then they don't care about the people on the platform, then the companies only care about the investors, and the investors wanna, you know, they wanna be marketable. So they wanna be family friendly. And then we have all of those stupid rules and enforcements, right? Oh man, it's really always the people in suits that are ruining everything else for everybody, isn't it? Reflect on the invasion. Overwhelming force. Overtaking all it sees. Reaching from with them. I don't like it. I don't like any of these. I would have come up with something else. Rushing to the end, sure.
Overwhelming force. overtaking all it sees, rushing to the end.
Wait, so do those headbands actually do anything? I just realized. Because I think they're literally just... They're literally just cosmetics, aren't they? Can I just point out, though? Video game? No microtransactions, you know? Crazy how that works. Remember what people said... Oh, Mongol territory, we could change that. Remember when people were saying, oh, nobody wants to play single-player games anymore? And then meanwhile you have shit like Ghost of Tsushima. Oh. You don't know where I am.
Someone hurlцгүй штэ. Сум биш болс юм балгүдэ. Мартаа наатха.
Where are you guys going? Cool. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's very rarely, like usually it can at first bring a lot of, you know, resources and money to be on the share market for sure. But then very quickly afterwards, especially if you have, you know, record year after record year, they just expect more and more and more and more, and eventually you can't fulfill the financial expectations anymore, and then people jump off. Right, and that's a huge problem. What's happening down there? Alright, there's another one. Wonder if I can assassinate the leader. Can I assassinate the leader? Is that a thing? Oh god. Oh. At least somebody could just assassinate you. Oh, it does insta-kill him though. Oh shit, that was actually a critical kill. Cool. Would you look at that? You guys lost your leader. I can't see. I was going to say this game looks like they made a better Ubisoft-style open-world game than Ubisoft. Yes. Like I said, from the bit I've seen about Assassin's Creed Shadows, this game is everything that Assassin's Creed Shadows wants to be, while being made 5 years before the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Cool. Bow kind of OP, not gonna lie. Granted, so far we haven't really dealt with a lot of the, because remember we did come across the blue guys and like the blue armors. Those were pretty heavily armored, and I'm assuming there's probably going to be more armored people. I need more steel, that's what I need. Do you guys happen to have steel around here, perhaps? Mongolian artifact? No, like, almost everything. They have a shitload of collectibles. Like, that's the thing. If you compare this to Ubisoft, right? They do have a ton of collectibles, like literally hundreds, much like Ubisoft game. However, it's integrated into the world would actually make sense. Plus, a lot of the collectibles you don't have to go out of your way. You find dynamically while exploring, and also you get proper rewards, as well as it's not just something that's shat into the world of, hey, this is X collectible. You know, that basically means nothing. No. It actually all has a purpose. It all fits into the world. It all fits into the narrative storytelling. You know, like those haikus and everything. Like you're explaining that that's a good way for a warrior to sharpen his mind. That sort of stuff. Right? It's awesome. It's great. Oh wait, that's steel. Hell yeah. Only one though. Eh. This is how you properly do this. And you would think, because again, this came out in 2020, I believe, right? So this should have been even before the development start of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Why did those idiots, there's really no other way of putting it, why did they not look at this and took some notes, right? Like, why did Ubisoft not take some notes? Like, this would have been the easiest thing to do. Just take the thing that already functions, and just to prove upon it. No. Fuck, did I just kill these villagers? And I know nothing I could do about it? Damn. Another fox. Wow. We're coming across a lot of these fox dens. Also, because the game world feels so alive and dynamic, right? It actually is fun to go exploring. Because also, like, the game just looks very pretty and everything, too. With Ubisoft games, just it all looks like the same shit, and then you do the same thing. Right? Like, that's the thing that really killed Valhalla for me. Valhalla could have been interesting. But it's like, you have one interesting story bit, and then you get introduced to a new region, and then you do the same things in that region that you've done in all of the previous regions for, like, the next 10 hours or something. It is obnoxious. Hi, Rain. Get pod. Oh my god. That could straight up just be Frost. Oh, I really hope Frost can get a break soon. He's been just... I've not really gotten to like hang out much with Frost lately, because he's just been so busy with work and everything. Work, family, keeping him busy all the time. It's a bit like I feel bad for the bean. Yeah. Only problem is that I wish I could do something to, you know, help him out, but there's not really that much that I could do. My God, where's this bird taking me? I guess the only thing you can really do, me and most other people, would be to, you know, just bear with it and try to just be friends to him, or well, in my case, partner, of course, and support him as best as we can, right? Man, this looks like a cute little farmstead, though. I like the visuals in this so much. Which, like, it's insane that it was made by Sucker Punch, which is, what, an American development studio. It looks so... I mean, I don't know that much about Japan. But, I mean, it looks authentic. From what I've seen. And that's really cool. I wonder what the general reception was of Ghost of Tsushima in Japan. If people enjoyed it. Like, if they thought that it was accurate and realistic. Right? I would hope so. Which, again, is also funny, considering that, what, Assassin's Creed Shadows literally was so inaccurate that it offended people.
We should run. Find a better place to hide.
We'd be like wounded deer to the Mongols.
This is all because of that iron mark.
We'll rest and go back for it. A samurai.
Hello, that's me. Hold on, give me a second, I'm stealing all of your shit. Pass through opening. Like this bamboo construction, everything. It looks so neat. You know? Hello.
What happened to you?
There's a merchant working with the Mongols. They gave him an iron mark. We tried to take it from him, but he had too many guards.
This iron mark must be worth a lot to risk your lives for it.
Whoever carries it is free to travel the roads without fear of being stopped by Mongols.
I could find a use for that.
You're welcome to it. We had to flee, but the merchant's cart is still up the road.
I'll look for this iron mark. Stay here and tend to your wounds.
Really? Would that just like stop random patrols from attacking us? That'd be neat.
Be careful. The Mongols will come looking for their men.
Well, they can fucking try. So far, nothing has really stopped us. I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna reach a point where they're gonna introduce new, bigger enemies, and then we'll probably get shit on. However, until then, right now we go stabby stabby on everything.
That must be the merchant's cart. Mongols. They fought the men I spoke with. No sign of the merchant.
Arrows are full.
The Iron Mark isn't here. The Mongols.
Jesus. Ow! Ow, what the fuck? Ow, stop it! No, no, Dasha. Oh my god. Why is the timing so hard on this? Come on, I just want a perfect parry your ass. Well, whatever, guess not. No. No, Dasha. No. Get stabbied. Fuck. Get stabbied.
The Mongols may be searching for the men I met. I better warn them.
The pinnacle of samurai behavior, banditry. What? No, we're stealing from the Mongols and traders and Mongol sympathists. That's not banditry, Bolt. Come on now. Okay, I'm full on arrows. I really want to parry more. But man, those timing windows are so tight. It's not Dark Souls tight, but it is tight.
I'm too late.
Oh, great.
Please, my lord.
Oh, you're still
You
alive.
have to save the merchant with the Iron Mark. He's my brother.
Your brother?
I was stealing the mark to stop him from dishonoring his family.
If he agreed to help the Mongols, he deserves to die.
No, he's a good man. Please.
I can't promise his safety, but I'll try to find him.
Thank you.
The Mongols who killed him left tracks.
And then he just dies. No, if we get the choice, he'll die.
There, headed that
We do not deal with traitors. It's like one of those things we do not. I generally never deal with traitors. There's no good arguments to be made there. Sounds a lot like a no bad tactics, only bad targets argument. I mean, whatever wins the war, honestly. Raiden, like, what's the saying? There's no rules in love or war, right? Hold on. Looks like they went in this direction, ha. And yes, I know the samurai and all of that with the code of honor, whatever. Sure.
here.
However, like I said, overwhelming force. There's a reason why guerrilla tactics have been employed. Huh! No. Fuck you, Mr. Bear. Okay. So one arrow to the face does kill the bear. Good. see. I mean, there's a, like I said, there's a reason why guerrilla tactics have been so useful in fighting, you know, larger armies, especially when you're outnumbered and everything. Heh. I think bro might be a little stuck. Why is the bow so strong? Imagine, imagine you're just chilling there and suddenly your friend just dies and falls over and eats shit. Oh, that guy's still somewhat alive.
If they have the merchant, he's in there.
Wow. Even berserkers die with one round? That's kinda nutty, honestly. They drop so many supplies too.
There's no other way.
Did he just like try to justify using a what? Is he leaning against air? That looked like it was just leaning against air. Oh man. Samurai Code is much like chivalry. It was more of a civil etiquette rule set than a battlefield one. I think the samurai probably stuck more to the etiquettes in battle rather than, or like in all facets of life, I think, right? You shot him in the face with an arrow. True, but you know how these games are. That's never a guarantee that it's actually going to take out a berserker. Pretty sure everybody is dead.
You're going to be all right.
Are you? Do I not get to choose?
You saved my life. Thank you.
Save your thanks. Your brother told me you work for the Mongols.
They promised to protect my family and our sisters if I carried supplies for
And
them.
now your brother is dead. He led the men who tried to steal your iron mark.
No. Oh, that fool. No wonder the Mongols thought I betrayed them. I never had any iron mark. Besides, they're engraved with the bear's name.
So no one else can use them. You're free to go. If I hear you're working for the Mongols again...
They'd sooner kill me. And I cannot face my family after this. I have nothing. Nothing. What can I do now? What do I live for?
I don't know. See, you know we have a technique point. And leather, and we get another charm. So many charms. Then that game is wrong. Bro, so many games that would be quote-unquote wrong in that case. Almost any Ubisoft game, for example. Outfit. Dude, look, just look how much stuff there is in this game. It's insane. And we haven't even done much of the main story, and look how much. Oh, we got 666 supply. It's nice. Ghost weapons deal 20% more damage. I do also like the fact that pretty much any of those charms does something different. It's okay to be wrong. Damn. Look, I even have a thing. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that, but apparently... Oh my god. It has physics. Look at that. The collectible even has physics. Can you believe that? Hi, Kiba. Hey, can I get a shout out for Kiba, please? See, I like that. Because that actually gives you a bit of lore, right? Like it tells you this is what this thing does. This is what it looks like. This is what it does. This is what it's used for, right? Cool. I like. Oh, there's like more stuff we haven't even discovered yet. Awesome. Oh, Kiba, I feel like you probably would appreciate this game too, huh? So considering you have a thing for Japanese culture. I wasn't certain because I'm not like the biggest fan of things that are super hyper stylized. Thank you, thank you. That are super stylized in the whole like Japanesey thing, but the story's good and like the general quality of the game so far has been very outstanding. Let's actually hold on. What else do we have? We got no. Oh, armor upgrade available and gift available. There's a lot of historical truth to this game. Yeah, I've heard that they put a lot of effort into all of this. And it really shows. Hold on, I gotta turn on the light really quick. Boop. It should be getting a little dark. It's a downside of this room. Ugh. The moment the sun crests behind the hill or over the hill of the next to the house, it just becomes dark in here. But that's where we have the light, so the camera can properly track me. Luckily, the land of Tsushima still stands. I mean, you would have to do a lot to sink an island. Let's see.
Not all the samurai died at Komoda.
Hundreds of plays.
Not him. Apparently.
Nice. Cool.
Hello, my lord. I was just remembering the words of my old master Saigyo. To cleanse the spirit, one must first cleanse the body.
Saigyo was a wise man who spent too much of his later years singing in the hot springs.
But surely you agree his words ring true. The healing waters, purifying steam, and shade from a red maple. Nothing beats a hot spring bath to steel your spirit for battle.
I suppose you're right. That's exactly what I need.
Hot spring. I feel like a hot spring would be kind of neat. Imagine having a natural
You made it.
bath everywhere. Oh, that's the guy that we saved. One of the many at this point.
I came straight here. Stayed off the roads. Just like you said, Lord Sakai.
I'm glad you got here safely. How is your little one holding up?
He's braver than his father. People didn't believe it when I told them a samurai sent us here.
Take care of yourself. And the little one.
The people here don't have much to offer. But we'll do everything we can to help. See that? I told you.
Aw.
Always hope.
See, an unlike Ubisoft game, we also see the effects. Like we meet the people again, right? They don't just disappear.
Sakai, come quickly.
No, chill for a second.
Refine your armor, my lord. What would you like to improve?
These. 125 linen.
Much better protection.
Leather, linen.
Certain to frustrate your enemies. You need more to make these improvements.
Supplies and silk. And that also needs more supplies.
Farewell.
Oh my god, now I look really decked out.
To help a true warrior.
Look absolutely fucking loaded. Wait, can I take off the helmet though? I don't really like the helmet. I can. And that's not decreasing the amount of armor that I have, right? Okay, good. Like, maybe the helmet? God. I feel like that would offset the balance on your head so much. If you have, like, such huge P's hanging down there. But, yeah. Okay. I would still like to change the color, but... Oh well. Those shoulder pads are huge, but I guess they're for... What is that for? That's for arrows, right? To, like, deflect against arrows when you're standing sideways, I believe. I always forget how short the Japanese are. I mean, I think it's a genetical thing in a lot of the Asian areas. That there are a bit smaller. Man, I love the loading times in this game though. It's so fast. I never really use any of these, but I guess we can upgrade the kunais.
Just for you. I'm sorry. I need more for that.
Alright, there we
Until
go.
we next meet.
And then we also have our technique. And now we can grab the parry resolve. I mean, not that we really super need the parry resolve, but I like that it's also just regular parries and perfect parries. Awesome. I really feel like we're super decked out even though we haven't really done much of the main story yet. At all, actually. Ooh, the value of sake. Guess you'd fit in. Are you small? Are you a short stack, Kiba? There's a couple of people that are really short stacked. I mean, Frost is short, but I mean, cute. You know, I like short people. Oh. Well, don't mind if I do. Bonus kill 3 staggered enemies. No. No. Go to sleep. Real life, you're 5'5", but the character is 6'2". Funny enough, I am 6'2" in real life as well. We do be somewhat tall. Yeah. Big chunk. We should get the chain assassination. Don't fall down, please. Okay, good. I'm not sure if they're gonna kill the prisoners, like in that quest, or if that was just particularly that one quest. Let's see. So I so fucking love the one thing that Bolt said. You shot him in the face with an arrow. Oh god. What? Okay, alright. No. Yeah, I got the bonus. Cool. Did I get everybody? Everybody dead already, yeah? Power banners, free prisoners. Eliminate the war camp general. Okay, supposedly this gives me a bad... Well, I guess the health is increased, yeah. Jesus. It's a little hard to see through those things. Through those glove covers. I mean, even the Mongolian tents look pretty nice, though. Like, the design is really nice. All looks very high quality. Which I guess back in the day you didn't really have that much opportunity to be skip it out on your equipment, right? Oh. Hello! Goodbye. Not like today when everything can be produced very cheap but shittily. I love how this guy just fell like through the door. Okay, alright. Ow. Fucking butt hit me. Ooh, steel. Very nice. 2. I think... Is that actually enough for a sword? Hold on. Banner. Yeah. Tell me if it's enough for the sword. Fuck, it's not... Oh, no, we're missing the supplies for the sword now. Aw. Damn it. Anybody else? No? Okay, great. Nice job. Thank you. The combat feels really, really fucking good in this game. Like, I don't even, half the time I don't even feel like stealthing. Even though stealthing is sort of, I mean, you don't have to fight, you just press button and kill them, right? But the combat feels so visceral, right? And so if you pull it off, it feels so satisfying. I feel like with those... What were those armors even made? Wasn't it like folded paper or something? Wasn't that the thing with the Japanese armors, with the samurai armors? Yep. Okay. Sleep. I said go to sleep. He didn't want to go to sleep. Well, at least we have the option to end their suffering, right? To release them from their mortal coils. Man, Jin really is a one-man army. He's fucking going around destroying everything. Or killing everything, I guess. Yes, permanent sleep. The long sleep. Wow, this camp has a shitload of resources. Kalie, that's not sleeping, that's being dead. Funny. That reminds me of that fucking... Oh god, what was that called? Was it called Llamas with Hats? Was that the stupid show? Do you guys remember that? Carl! That kills people! Oh, I didn't know that. Hello, Dragon King. Welcome in. How am I? I am doing okay. We're just having some fun with this game. I just freed this camp by murdering everybody. I'm gonna go check that one out. What, the llamas with hats thing? That's a blast from the past, for sure. Llamas with hats sounds like a fun party game. No, no, it is not. It is an animated show on YouTube from many years ago, and it's where you have Carl, and I forgot the name of the other person. And Carl is an absolute fucking psychopath who keeps murdering people. Web cartoon series, very good. It's one of those, like, extremely violent shows. Just absolutely grotesque and over-the-top violent. It's insane. God, I think the first episode was about Carl's friend finding a dead human in their house. And the bit is always like the friend just always going, Carl! And the dead human has just a bunch of stab wounds like in his chest. Sounds very American. Probably. Yeah, probably. And and then it was something like, I don't remember how it went exactly, but it was something like he was just looking at me, and then I stabbed him in the chest 27 times. And then the friend goes, Carl, that kills people. And Carl's just like, oh, I didn't know that. His hands, what happened to his hands? What do you mean? His hands are cut off. And then like, it gets really crazy. It sort of, like, evolves to that point. Where it's just like, or that particular show, which I think was the first episode, evolves to that point where Carl not only murdered a human, but then cut off his hands and cooked it, and then ate the hands. Because he had a ravenous hunger that only hands could satisfy. Apparently. It was wild. It was some of the wild shit we had when we were younger. I love comedy like that. It's, I don't know. I thought it was way more funny when I was younger. And, like, now I just don't really find over-the-top grotesque violence to be funny anymore, really. Reminds me of Red vs. Blue. Yeah, but Red vs. Blue was never that grotesque with the violence. Because it's literally just grotesque to the point where they're trying to push for shock value to make it funny. Right? Ew. Oh, wow. That was actually... it's not the violence, it's the absurdity. Fair. Wait. New technique... What do you mean with new techniques are available? Huh? I don't see any new techniques. I would really like that one. Hmm. I would also like the improved standoff streak, to be honest. The slowdown as well. And the chain assassination as well. Fuck. I would like all of these. Destroy the logging camp, start a forest fire. Clearly we have saved the grandness of the forest. Alright, Bolt. I feel like you're being a little bit too sassy here. Alright. Extra resolve and success. What are the chances that this one is going to cost 2? What are the chances that this one is going to cost, like, 2 points?
I'm outnumbered. Need to strike faster. Kill another while the first bleeds.
I knew it. Well, we're going to save another point. Should not take too long until we get the next point anyway. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, it can't have a stream without our daily bot. Oh, we got gold. Still don't know what to do with those big ones yet. Those big ones. Oh, cool. It actually also turned into. Oh wow. Wait, what about the stuff to to pick up while we're in the camp? I really hope that doesn't destroy collectibles. That would be silly. I do like that evolves, though, that everything is burned down now. No, in Ubisoft... Dude, that reminds me. In a Ubisoft game, right? Like in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, when we can straight up actually burn down villages, all it does is changes the texture. All it does is change the texture to be like smoldering straw instead of a straw roof. Which is, I believe, the laziest way to do that as well. You know what I mean? Hello, TL. How you doing? I've heard you want to play some video games today, TL.
Sounds like something over there.
What? Okay, alright. Stop it. Oh my god. No. Fucking archers. How dare you? Stop shooting me. I'm getting ready to stream. But Tayal, I'm still streaming. I want to see too. Tayal. I was actually about to look up what is widely considered the most scary horror game on all of Steam. Because there's probably games that are way more scary than Until Dawn, right? Bloodlust sated. That would mean that there is a limit to the Bloodlust bolt, which obviously there isn't. The Bloodlust can never be sated. You would have to give me like 1,000 enemies to sate my Bloodlust for a small amount of time. Oh, that's a lamp. Come on, wind. Oh, TL. I'm getting an error. God is saving me. Well, you better get it to work. Oh, is it another one? Cool.
Here, you. And güç biş.
Is there a way to, like, whistle or something? I don't think there's a way to whistle, is there? It was my antivirus. Yeah, sadly Sony games always seem to have a bit of a... They always seem to be a bit challenged when it comes to the technical aspect. Sadly. Like, even this game doesn't run perfect, but it runs okay for the most part. It's usually after the 4-hour mark when, for some reason, we get what I can only assume is massive memory leaks. We have to restart the game. But after that, it runs fine again. So if that's what it takes to play the game, just restart it every 4 hours, then oh well, I guess I could do that. It's not the biggest hassle. Better than God of War Ragnarok, where I have to restart my fucking computer every single time after we stream it. Where's the leader hiding at, though, I wonder? Oh, I think there he is. Really? Wait, if I kill him now, do I get 2 points? Ow. That hurt. It does count! Cool, now we got the win stands. So I managed to squeeze out 2 points out of 1. Neat. Win stands against spears? It's highly effective against spears. Maybe attack to deal extra stagger damage. Hold for Typhoon Kick. Okay. Neat! No. Dear, get the fuck out of here, what are you doing? Fucking deer just kept running in. What are you doing? Oh hey, we can upgrade our armor now, cool. Go to sleep. They're always refusing to go to sleep. But cool that we have the spears now, and I guess the brutes are not too bad to deal with, so I got like the majority of things that I wanted. Honestly, with all of the tools and stuff, I do feel a little bit more competent than with the combos in God of War. If that makes sense. Because God of War just felt like so much. But here, I don't know, it feels doable. You know what I mean? This guy heard nothing. Wow, you're a really bad guard.
We are watched. Do you not feel the eyes upon you?
Oh my goodness, Freeform, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yes, Luna. Hello. Okay. You guys having fun? We're playing some Ghost of Tsushima. Can I get a shout out for the freeform, please? No raid message, only sushi. No, there was raid message. Oh, you mean raid message from your side of things. Okay. No, that's very fair. No, get off the ladder. There we go. Yeah, I got you. Alright. How was your stream? What did you play? Let me know. Today we're playing a little bit more of Ghost of Tsushima. I've been having a blast with this game. This game is a lot of fun. Hold on. We also unlocked the wind stands now.
Show me your skill.
Where's the rest? Oh, it is a spear dude. Okay. So that does break the shield stand, or not the shield stands. That breaks the what do you call it? I forgot what the thing was. I forgot what the thing is called. All right, but that's neat. We were ringing today. Rigging. Block. No, this is block. If you haven't played this game before, this is kind of neat. Like, we have different stances that we can take, which actually actively also change the stance that we take with our sword, which is neat. And then it also, like, looks different as in what kind of combos we do. Right? And now the wind stance, that's our new one. And now we're also missing one more, but that'll take a minute until we get there. But alas, for everybody that doesn't know me, I'm Kalie, I'm a shark tuber. I play all sorts of different video games. I stream twice a day, 5 hours each, from Monday to Friday, except on Wednesdays when I only stream for about an hour and a half to 2 hours for the first stream. And then, for my stretchies, for the first stream, I generally do my single-player games and major playthroughs, which we wrapped up last week with playing all of the God of War games for almost 3 months. And now we're playing Ghost of Tsushima, which I've been having a blast with. Especially if you like, you know, the Japanese history, the Japanese arts, that sort of stuff, you really are gonna find a lot to love in this game. And just overall the storytelling and the quality of everything. It looks pretty, the storytelling is great, the atmosphere is amazing, the music is absolute masterclass. I really have besides the technical aspects that are a little bit fucky-wucky on PC, I have literally pretty much so far nothing bad to say about this game. I've heard nothing but good things about this game. Yes, exactly. There is a reason why everybody was so pissed that The Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year over this game, because from what I've seen from The Last of Us 2 and from what I've played of this game so far, this game outclasses The Last of Us 2 by fucking miles. They're not even in the same league. The care, talent, and craftsmanship that went into making this game literally just different plane, different level of existence. For sure. Yes, Last of Us 2 won. I think it was 2020, right? I think Last of Us. Yeah, if it was 2020, then Last of Us 2 won over this game. Yes. But yeah, like for me, there's only minor technical issues. I've found that you have to turn off the NVIDIA low latency booster, because that actually induces latency into your game, because of course it does. Thank you, NVIDIA. And then every 4 hours, almost exactly to the point, the game starts lagging like a motherfucker, and then we have to restart it. But other than that, the game runs fine and it looks absolutely pretty. Hi Nobecca, hi Tracer. How you guys doing? Last of It 2 had a controversy propping it up that was popular in the media. Sure. Still should not have won Game of the Year over that. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, Freeform. We actually did play a little bit of Vintage Story yesterday, believe it or not. I've been playing some more of this here and there. You're bored, figured you'd drop and by your favorite short lady? Damn. I mean, I appreciate it. I thought you would do that regardless. Cause me is... What?
Draw your blades!
Sure, let's challenge those guys, why not? We haven't done a stand-up in a while.
What are you waiting for? I've never lost a fight. I'll kill you!
Nice. Actually managed to competently execute the combat as well. Hell yeah. It looks... Like, that's the thing. The combat looks so fucking cinematic in this game. It's awesome. I love it. If you can pull it off without getting hit, it feels so good. Like, so good. So satisfying. Oh. No. Wait, what? You can't just, like, attack me and then run away, you little bastards. What? Fucking error-proof piggies over here again. There we go. You know, those awards are bullshit. I mean, the 2014 one that we live streamed was actually quite nice. I am sort of a little bit looking forward to the game, the Summer Games Fest, just to see what kind of games they're releasing. You know, more things to put on the list of games that I want to potentially play, out of the ever-growing list that only grows and never shrinks. Fuck me. It wasn't making it popular, it was making it a laughing stock, so Game of the Year means biggest joke of the year, gotcha. Damn. If I wasn't bored, I'd be because I was occupied elsewhere, no? That means if you're not bored, you would have had something else to do? I mean, that makes sense, I guess. No, you are correct. But you can always come and hang out, of course. Oh, now we're back here. Cool. Alright, well, we did all of this. What is this? The value of sake. Oh yeah, that was liberating the sake brewery, I think. Which is really funny that no matter where you look in history, or in the world, booze is always important. Come here, Hansi. Need to do a subathon to clear the list. Well, it's the problem is that a lot of the games take so long because you know one of the things was I do long series. It's cool. I mean, I like it. I like doing very long running series. I very much enjoy doing things. And God of War was sort of like I never had the opportunity besides the 2018 one before to play all of the God of War games. So I thought, hey, let's sit down and let's play through all of
That's
them.
my Kage.
The problem is just that, especially the last two, you know, the 2018 and Ragnarok, were so dense in content that it just took a long time. It took me what, like almost 3 months to play through all of the six main games, right? And I always do these like really long running series as the thing. One other series that was requested is that Rainbow wanted me to do Resident Evil, and I was like, how about I play through all of like the what? Let me think. With Resident Evil Village, that is Resident Evil 8. Because I was like, hey, let's play through all of the remakes. And I was like, because I started with the Resident Evil 2 remake, right? How about we start with the original Resident Evil with the tank controls and stuff? I'm still not certain if I want to do that, because tank controls are one of those things that I just don't vibe with tank controls. Tank controls really fuck me up good. Right? Because I do own the original Resident Evil, and I do also own Resident Evil Zero, and I like own pretty much everything. I don't think I own Resident Evil 6, but that's probably acquired cheaply enough. And I do own all of the Resident Evil remakes. I don't own Resident Evil 7. But since that's also an older game at this point, it's probably also easy enough to acquire. And I do own Resident Evil Village. And in Resident Evil 9, we don't even really know yet what they're planning with Resident Evil 9, considering that they have like all of these voice actors for all of the different main characters. But yeah, that's a really long thing. Like, none of these games are particularly super short, right? So, hmm. I mean, I could, but I would like to get the full story, but I might skip the ones with the tank controls, to be honest. I mean, granted, Resident Evil 2 is the one where Leon was introduced the first time. Granted, yes, Chris and Jill were introduced the first time in... I think it was just called Resident Evil, right? I believe. I don't know. Hold on. Oh god. Hold on. Shield breaker stance. We do need that for these guys. Come here. Oof. The big shield dudes are always a bit troublesome. Oh. They have a prisoner. Could do a deep dive lore reaction? What, like watch a video? I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of like reaction videos because that feels like the laziest way to make content, just by stealing it from somebody else and then reacting to it. Also, I know that my reactions are not always the most vivid ones. I like yapping, I like talking, I like discussing things, but I know that me myself, when there are things, I don't really have like these like over the top visceral reactions that people really like seeing. I'm more like a normal person in that regard.
Hold still.
My prayers have been answered.
Go. And stay safe.
I'd be honored if you had this.
Yay. Oh well. Is okay. We'll figure it out. We have a couple of games before we even get to that point.
I don't believe it.
Wait, is there even more? Oh, they're fighting a bear. What? Did you guys see how, like, the arrow trail just went through the guy's head? Oh. Defeat 20 enemies with a perfect parry. Cool. Wait, I only perfect parried 20 times? Well, balls. It's really hard to pull off perfect parries. Also, Golden Bird leads us to collectibles. I like that. Can I just point out, as well, once again, I know I talked about it yesterday, but I fucking love how there's, like, so very little on screen at any time, right? Like, there's always a minimum amount, and unless you have specifically something, like, highlighted or in combat, literally having nothing on screen is how things are usually displayed by default, right? And you can even turn more elements off too. Like, you can turn on HUD expert mode, and then you literally have nothing on the HUD at all at any time. It feels really, really good, because I hate obtrusive HUDs when they just clutter everything in your face. See, one of the few things that annoys me with this gaming franchise, and that sense, is that we're getting the sequel this year. You know, Ghost of Yotai. However, the problem with that is, not for PC because Sony. Nope. And that's like the most frustrating thing. That Sony oftentimes is using the whole FOMO aspect nowadays for sequels themselves. Fucking despicable. And Sony and Nintendo are like the only two that are doing that, really. Which is frustrating. Especially with needing to buy an $800 device. Well, that's the thing. That's another thing with PlayStation. The consoles have gotten so fucking expensive, too. Right? That, the PlayStation 5 Pro, I think MSRP, costs 1,299 euros. And for basically 1,300 euros, bro, I can literally put myself together a mid-range PC. Easy. Like, that's so much fucking money, and then I actually, if I build myself a PC from that money, I have the versatility of having a PC instead of just having a console. Also, what are those jugs doing? Those jugs are dancing. And then not only can I get a PC for that money? But also video games are usually on PC a lot cheaper than on consoles. Like we have discounts, right? For example, we have Steam, we have Humble Bundle, we have other websites like CD Keys and that sort of stuff. Like you can get games so much more cheaply in general, and like have discounts way more often. Or you just buy the Microsoft Game Pass, for example. That's another thing, right? Like we have all of this shit. What do you have? What do you have on a PlayStation in comparison, for example? I heard they were getting out of the console market. They also declared they were out of the operating system market, and now we have Windows 11. No, it was more like that they said they would that Windows 10 would be the last one, and they would only continuously update that one, and then now we have Windows 11 and fucking bloat and spyware. So that's awesome. And like in 4 months or so, we're gonna have to update. Which is going to be very annoying. Scree. Hi Lonnie, welcome back. I think there's too much money in the Xbox. What I do believe, though, I'm seriously considering Ubuntu. Yeah, there's some for like Steam OS or whatever. It always comes down. I primarily do gaming, so I'm. The problem always comes down to compatibility, because while Linux is definitely more supported than it has been, I also don't really have the technical know-how to operate Linux. Right? How are you doing, Lonnie?
Is everything all right?
Would you care to join me for a cup of tea?
Tea. This is the famed Key Sake Brewery of Ozumo.
Please. This way.
Ubuntu is supposed to be very user friendly. I mean, same thing with SteamOS, which is also Linux based. But then once again, you're tied to. It's not just the operating system itself. You're also tied to the game support. And since I do use my PC primarily for gaming, streaming and all of that, I need things to be compatible with most games as well as streaming software. You know what I mean?
Apologies, my lord. I couldn't speak freely out there. The Mongols might have overheard.
Doing well. Was busy, but doing well, feeling much better today. That's my day off. Oh, Lonnie. Pet. You little stinky.
They've been drinking us dry.
I can't fault their taste. Key Sake is the pride of Tsushima.
Especially compared to that horse piss they drink.
I think it's mare's milk.
Is there a difference?
When are they coming back?
Soon.
What?
Take your workers and hide. I'll deal with the Mongols.
Wait. Mare's milk? Mare's milk.
Need to find a good spot for an ambush.
Horse
Everyone,
milk.
Gather round. We need to get behind the brewery and stay out of sight. Our friend here is going
Horse
to
milk?
renegotiate our relationship with the Mongols.
Horse milk. Alright. I mean, hey. If you think about it, Lonnie drinks shark milk, so... Hide. A mare is indeed a female horse. I am aware of that. Does that card explode? Wait, that's it? Ah, we can stand off this. This is fine. They're only the normal mongrels. I like how fucking cinematic everything is. Also, can I just point out this game is cinematic in the good way, and not like cinematic as in. Remember how also the what was the other game that we played? Siunas, whatever the fuck. Hellblade 2, that was the game. Which was also cinematic, but it felt more like a movie, where I was watching more cutscenes than anything else. Raiden. Come on. Alright. You need to stop this. No. Oh god. Hold on, stand switch. Okay. You need to stop this. There we go. Oh, there's even more. These assholes, come here. Oh, wait, no, no, no. Ah, there we go. Go to sleep. Whew.
Well done, my lord.
I like to think that was pretty good. Barely got hit. 11 Ghosts of Tsushima. Raspberry jelly. Hello. Wait. Wait 1 second. What is it? Wait, what? Raspberry jelly. Tier 1 subscribe. Huh? First time chatting but already subscribed? How did that work? Cool. I was just quantifying. I never heard anyone wanting to use of the words. Wanting to use horse milk. Probably tastes good? I don't know. I like goat's milk or goat's milk cheese specifically. That shit's good. If you ever tried or feta cheese, which is sheep's milk, you probably have heard of that, right? Or you probably had feta cheese. Everybody's had feta cheese at some point, unless you're lactose intolerant. Feta cheese is great. It's awesome. It goes super great with olives or salad. Or anything, honestly. Feta is great. Gifted sub. That makes sense. We haven't really had a whole lot of gifted subs lately, though, so... I don't know. Odd. I love cheese. Same. We're actually getting fairly close now in Vintage Story of finally getting cheese. Well, ish. Considering that we need to domesticate the goats first, but we finally do have goats, so we can finally make cheese. I had goats when I was younger, never tried it. It's very strange, but it's really good. It sort of has this sort of almost yogurt tanginess to it, but it's also really fresh. It's so good. I wish I had some right now. It's one of the most stylish games in its genre. What would the genre of this game be? I wonder. Goat cheese is creamy yet tangy. Yes, it is. It is. It is awesome. It goes so good with together ham. It's almost like sour cream, but more creamy cheesy than sour cream. RPG? I guess so. Similar to feta, but a smidge more tangy? Yes. I guess I would call it a Ubisoft, like, open world action RPG. Man, Ubisoft wishes they could make a game on this scale. That plays this well and feels this good. I don't think they have it in them to make anything like this. I don't believe. This game, like I said before, this game is what Assassin's Creed Shadows wants to be, or wishes to be. Oh, hi Dino! How are you doing? Raiden? I am doing okay. We're playing this game. I'm very happy when we play this game. I don't know, I've been having such a blast with this game. I just want to do more fights, you know when fights oftentimes worried me in God of War? Okay, can I just also point out, yes, this game is 5 years old, which is insane, because, also, look, can I just say again how this game looks, too? This game is so fucking pretty. There's so many games that are coming out, like, today, literally 5 years later, that don't even look half as good. Oh, and hi, Kelly. Right? Like, oh my god. I just love this game. And I'm not even a big, super huge fan of the whole... Like, I was a little worried, because I'm not super big into the whole Japanesey, you know, like, overly Japanese style. You know, I'm not what's the term? The weeaboo? Sort of thing? You know, people that are obsessed with Japanese culture and Japanese iconography and Japanese styles and whatever. I'm not even that. I'm not really any of that, right? But so far, the tone, the atmosphere, the storytelling, the fucking music? Are you kidding me? The music is so good in this game. Like, sometimes I just find myself listening to the background music because it's so good. Right? Yeah, true. And if they look half good, then usually they murder your PC, murder your frame rate. True, 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 true. This, based on samurai films, is opposed to pandering to the weeb audience. I honestly think that they probably also took a lot of actual inspiration from history too, as well, I believe. Right? Like, it's great. Granted, the armors look very samurai-y, which makes sense, right?
The Mongols will be back when their men don't return.
Can you stay? You could drink as much sake as you like. It would be on the house.
I'm afraid you'll need to relocate. Try the Golden Temple in Ariake. Many have found refuge there.
Thank you, my lord.
I've mown the lawn at my parents' home. Do you mean mowed the lawn? I know. That's a Lonnie sentence right there. I've moaned the lawn. Oh, Dino. Dino had a Lonnie moment. True, fair. Samurai films were historically in their nature. Not all of them, but they can be. Yeah, this, maybe they were inspired by The Last Samurai, which is actually a really good samurai movie, in my opinion. It does have Tom Cruise in it. I think Tom Cruise is an absolute fucking wacko, but I love him as an actor. Like, he is a really good actor, but God, the guy is a psycho. Well, I cleared up a whole bunch of the side quests. Let's go to this one. This is gonna be a bit of a ride, but we shall see if we can find. He's insane, but he's good at his job. Yes. I'm pretty sure he's straight up a fucking sociopath, though. Straight up. Favorite samurai show, Samurai Jack. I never heard of that. Oh.
Send your best warrior.
See, I like how we did the whole standoff thing in the beginning of the game. Isn't that how one of our best men got murdered? Oh boy, here we go. Apparently I said something bad. No. Ow. Now Chet is yelling at me that I've never heard of Samurai Jack before. God damn it.
Please, help!
You'll be free soon.
I'm so grateful you came, my lord.
Not bad, just is it one of those things again? Where it's like an American show or something. And then you guys are mad at me that me as an ignorant European don't know the American show. Because the amount of times we had people who were like, "How do you mean you don't know this particular American thing?" And I'm like, "Ah, yes, American culture. I know him well. Tell me more about it." Hold on now. I need to look up what the hell Samurai Jack is if I've ever seen it before. Okay. Wait, it ran from 2001 to 2017. God damn. It's pretty long. Only 62 episodes, though. Yeah, that's like... But it's animated shows. I don't really ever watch animated shows. Is a thing. How about do you ask about a German cartoon and see if any of us know it? But why are you turning this around on me? Also, I don't even know if wait, are the German cartoon? Now I have to look that up too. Is there even, do we even make these sorts of things? Oh yeah, no. No, we do. There's a couple, and I know of those. but you definitely have never heard of those. Like there is what do we have? No, you've never heard of those. So there is there's one called The Show with the Mouse, which is actually sort of a how would I explain what that is like? It's it almost a not really a documentary. It's a show that has a little blue elephant and an orange mouse, like an anthropomorphic orange mouse, and they are always explaining things. Like it's educational. It's like a kids animated kids show, but it's educational, right? Like they're talking about all sorts of different things that are interesting and informational, and it's an educational animated kids show. I know of that. Then we have that's a movie, The Little Asshole. It's actually called that, like actually, which I believe is a movie and with a sequel. It's like Lonnie the Explorer. Goddamn, LMAO. Yeah, no, that we have. I believe it's two movies called The Little Asshole, which is about a little guy that literally just causes mischief. Like literally, he's being an absolute piece of shit to everybody, and it's so funny. Oh my god, it's so funny. It is so hilarious. Like, I'm not kidding. That's the actual name. I'm not abbreviating this or anything. That's actually straight up the name. And I remember, I think it was in the second movie. Oh my, there's such a fucking funny scene. They're at the funeral. They're at the funeral, and the little guy. You know, like how you have these little chips? I don't know what they're called. I'm not religious, so I don't know the terminology. But you know, like these little wavers or whatever that the priest puts on your tongue, right? That those things. Like he gets he gets one of those. Yes, the little asshole. Correct. Communion wafers. Yeah, those. And then he just like after the thing walks up to the priest and he's like, "Yo, priest, can I have some more of them Jesus cookies?" I remember that scene. And then the priest gets like all flustered and he's like, "No, they're not called Jesus cookies." But then the little guy just keeps referring to them as Jesus cookies. And it's so good. It's so funny. And then and then followed by another amazing scene where his grandfather walks across the next to the church into a cemetery. Not cemetery. What's the term? A graveyard. And he falls into an open grave. And then the coffin in the open grave sort of just like goes down into the earth as an elevator, and it's the whole like ride of grandpa's going to hell, and then the whole thing is so funny. Like it continue as the elevator coffin goes down into the earth, he keeps talking about how it's not funny that they locked him in a closet and that he really needs to pee, and that he is going to pee in their closet if they don't let him out. And then at the end of the ride, as he like arrives down in hell, he just ends it with, "All right, that was all very funny, but now I not only have to pee, now I have to throw up too." It's so funny. It's so stupid, and I remember it. I remember it being so fucking hilarious. And then he goes through hell, and actually Satan gives him a whole rundown of how hell is not as bad as the Christians make it out to be. It's more like the whole black afterlife with blackjack and hookers sort of thing. And and Grandpa actually really likes it down in hell. And then at the very end of the whole tour that Satan gives him, Satan asks him what religion he is, and he just goes like, "Oh, I don't believe in religion. I'm an atheist." And then Satan just kicks him out of hell and just goes like, "Sorry, we only allow people that believe in religions down here." And then like as he gets like put as he gets put back into the coffin and the coffin goes back up again to put him back into the world of the living, he keeps like begging the devil to like not put him back into the fucking place with all of the idiots. Oh man, it's as I talk about this and as I remember parts of the movie, I really do feel like that yes, that is a very accurate way how Germans see the world. Yeah. 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 I feel like I just might have had a little revelation that we're different from everybody else. What else do we have? There's Werner, which is really fucking funny, but oh my god, I could not even start to explain what that whole story is about because it's equally as wacky, and it uses so many cultural references, especially from the 70s and 80s and German culture, that I could not even begin to explain how all of this stuff, what all of that stuff means. Oh, oh my god, there's fucking Bernard. I completely forgot about him. Oh my god. Wait, can I show you guys this? Can I show you guys this without getting struck by? I mean, I don't even know if that thing is still around. We might be able to watch one of those. Hold on, can I do this? Oh wait, I wait. Who the fuck is this? BRB? Oh no, that's Spanish. Never mind. Why is it saying that that's German? That's not German. Apparently, it was made by a Spanish company. Well, that's a scam. Oh, well, there's also Benjamin the Elephant. That's very much German. Oh man, I guess there's a few things, yeah, that I didn't remember existed. I guess there is a few things, but oh man, that reminded me of things. Good times. Good times. Anyway, let's do more samurai stuff. After we went on one of our usual 15-minute tangents, when Kalie just rambles about random shit that they find interesting. Really? Are we gonna do the laggy shit already? Is it because I tabbed out? Did the game not like me tabbing out? Okay, great. Awesome. Hold on, everybody. We gotta restart the game. Apparently, the game just hated me tabbing out. I was not allowed to do that. Sorry? We like Yap Kalie? I would hope so. Yapping is like what I do for half of the stream at least. I do find it interesting though to exchange these cultural things to like learn more about American culture and then every once in a while me being able to also divulge some of my culture. Because in some parts we're not as different as you might think, and in other parts we are incredibly different. We started this conversation by talking about Samurai Jack. I wanted to mention that there's a scene with barely any dialogue that's animated entirely using pure black and white, and it's the coolest. It sounds interesting. I'm always a sucker for innovation, huh? Like, whenever there's stuff, because that's the breath of life, right? Like, when we just have new things that are not just the same repetitive stuff that we've seen a million times before. So I'm not super happy when companies just take, you know, doesn't need to be video games or movies or shows or whatever in general. But I mean just any company, right, that creates any sort of media, right? When they literally find something that works for them and then they stagnate and just keep doing the same thing over and over again, that sucks. Like, keep innovating, because that you may be able to do that for like one or two games or shows or movies, and then people are gonna get tired of it. Looking at you, Bethesda. Yes, we all know that fucking New Vegas was great and Oblivion was great, and a lot of people played Skyrim. But we really did not need Space Skyrim, aka fucking Starfield. Clearing my mind.
Stop thinking, Jin. For one moment, just stop thinking.
Yep, really? That's it? Okay.
Good boy.
What the fuck? We just restarted the game. What do you mean? You better not. Okay, awesome. I don't know why it's doing that. Cool. Please do not give me technical issues now. Okay, what about if we switch this to exclusive? Maybe that fixed it? Nope, it sure didn't. See, this is the only thing. What? Bethesda's trapped by itself. It's more like trapped by Toddy. New Vegas wasn't even Bethesda. Yeah, it was outsourced to Obsidian, I know. It's just Fallout 3's engine and a bunch of its assets. Okay, why are you lagging so hard right now when saving? That's not okay. Cool. What are you doing, game? Apparently it really did not like PlayStation overlay is turned off. Great. I guess let's restart it one more time. Also change your display back to borderless. Wait, maybe that fixed it. If that fixed it, that would be funny. There's some technical issues with this game here and there. That would be cool if that fixed it. Nope, sure didn't. Great. For fuck's sake. What'd be the problem right now, huh? Okay, let's restart this again. Sorry about that, but this game is having some problemos here and there. I don't even think I would call Oblivion all that good. It was interesting at the time because it was unique. I mean, fair in retrospect, you know, after people praised Fallout 3 when it came out, even won Game of the Year back in the day. And then when New Vegas came out, everybody praised New Vegas. And then sort of in retrospect, it's the opposite of a lot of other games, where in retrospect, older games that were heavily criticized when they came out are nowadays oftentimes appreciated for that fact, right? And then now, with some games, it's like that. It's the other way around, that Fallout 3 was heavily praised when it came out, and then later on it started to be criticized as not being that good. Yeah, just the ports. Sometimes, the Sony ports. Normally we can play for about 4 hours before things start getting... before the game needs to be restarted. Now it happened after 2.5. And also immediately after restart. I'm gonna give it a second. Yeah, I don't know if it needs to clear up the thing or whatever. If I need to synchronize the cloud, or I have no clue. I have no clue what it wants to do. Okay, now we're gonna click on play again. And now we're gonna run fine again, yes? Pretty sure Star Wars didn't do well critically when it came out. There's a good chance. There's a lot of things that definitely aged with time, right? If I look at Assassin's Creed, not talking about the current state of Assassin's Creed, but the older ones. I know Assassin's Creed Unity was heavily criticized back in the day. And now Assassin's Creed Unity is actually being re-evaluated by a lot of people, right? And a lot of people see it to be, or view Unity to be better now than it definitely was in the beginning, which is interesting. Sorry, Kalie, I finished getting ready. I'm not going to play scary games at night. Just turn on your light, you wussy! What do you mean, Tael? Stop skipping out on us. We want to see Tael be scared. Also, I'm pretty sure Until Dawn is not even the scariest game. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of games that are way scarier. Right?
Show me your skill.
Alright, game seems to work now. Maybe I just was a little too quick at restarting. I really need to upgrade the standoff to the third one. Come on. Oh, fucking wrong button. Maybe the game was just in a mood. Apparently so. Apparently so. Increases resolve gain. No! Why is it being laggy? I don't understand. Please stop being laggy. Oh my god. Cool. Great. Hold on, I have an idea. What if I close this? Wow, what the hell is happening? My entire system is being really laggy right now. Why is my everything being laggy right now? What the hell is going on here? Yay, technical scuff. Woo! I mean, the load is not bad. You know, we don't have that much load on CPU or GPU. Why is it always Sony games? I just closed Chrome because oftentimes that helps a lot. See if that actually helps. Because that helps Helldivers to run a whole lot better when I close Chrome, so we'll see. If that helps this game too. Means I don't have the stream manager to for me, but that's fine. Nope. Okay, that's great. We're just right now being a little fucked. Because the game right now refuses to run.
Fish. Oh.
Hi, Bess.
How are you?
Doing good, except I'm having immense technical issues right now.
What sort of technical issues and can I help?
It's doing the thing again where the entire game lags like an absolute mother. But only this time after it was started after 2.5 hours, and restarting the game did not apparently fix the issue this time like it did the last couple times.
Are you currently live?
Yes.
How much time do you have left?
Like about 2 hours, 20 minutes more.
Have you thought about giving your system an entire restart real quick?
Yeah, but then I would turn off the entire like thing and restart the stream.
I know. That's why I asked how much time you had left.
Why do Sony games never want to run properly on PC?
Again, considering how infrequent this issue is, I think it's more of a unicorn situation, but...
Awesome. I think less so.
Of wrong things.
I think it's to do with many different factors. To be honest,
That's what I mean by unicorn. Is it's like 5 or 6 things all at the same place at the same time.
Awesome, great, love it. It kind of started when I.
Not a term you've heard before.
What's up?
I said I'm guessing that's not a term that's come up before.
Oh no, I've dealt with plenty of unicorn issues. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. Sorry, it's a saying that like 50-50 people just don't seem to have heard before. Oh, some people will sometimes call it magic bullet
Something like that.
or silver bullet. Though silver
Oh,
bullet is supposed to be more of a one-stop cure-all, so it's kind of weird that that one's drifted. Like,
it's rain. Yes, it's rain. Hold on. Fucking technical scuff, and we were having such a good time too. Stupid.
how's the game been going?
It has been going well. We've been doing lots of side quests, and we've been yapping about stuff, and it's been a great time.
Well, the quicker the restart happens, the quicker you get back.
Yeah, but I really don't want to interrupt the stream and restart everything, because then I also have to do 2 exports at the same time, and I don't want to do that, because that's poopy.
I understand, but it's the highest likelihood of one and doneing your technical solution.
Just checking my temps really quick, just to, like, keep an eye on it, but...
Do the German thing. Pour a beer through it.
I mean, it's everything is running fine. The CPU is at 80 degrees. The GPU is like even at 69 right now, which is like chilling for an Nvidia GPU. So the loads are also fine. It's only at about 30% CPU and only about like 28 on the GPU.
Yeah, no, it's almost certainly a soft side issue.
Fucking Nvidia drivers up my ass.
I mean, it's Nvidia. They were going there whether you asked them to or not. And they were not going to bring you flowers.
Why? Well, I'm gonna do a little test here 1 second though. I'm gonna turn off the VTube model here for a moment. Oh great, I've also been turned into a gay cowboy. Great. I want to turn off the VTube studio for a moment and just run around and see if that makes any difference. If it's the VTube model that's causing the problems again. Or not. How are you doing, Bass, though?
I'm alright. I nipped through because I saw that you were in voice.
Yeah, because you said you wanted to hang out more, that's why I joined.
Well, here I am.
I mean, that was a small stutter, but it was not as bad.
I wonder if your machine is just trying to think in too many directions at once.
Oh, who knows? Just really wish it was not always the Sony games. Like, it's literally always the Sony games. Nothing else has as much issues running as... Hmm?
When was your last restart, anyhow?
Like 3 days ago.
Okay. So it's not been lingering too long, but it might yet be something. If this doesn't completely resolve it, I still think a quick dip, even though you'll have to launch everything again, is your fix, but... I understand not wanting to do that.
Yeah, because it also kills all of the people that are lurking in chat, because those are all going to be gone.
I know.
If Sony could just unfuck their fucking technical problems, Jesus fuck. Alright, I guess we'll do that really quick, because not much else working at the moment. Stupid.
Can you switch to the low intensity V model?
What do you mean low intensity?
You have a PNG instead of the full animated model.
Well, the PNG is just the PNG, yeah?
Doesn't it simplify things? I know you crate it out sometimes with like Helldivers.
Oh, I have to, because Helldiver straight up just does not work with the VTube model. Decreases performance too much.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's related here too.
No, I just turn it off to test.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nothing seems to work. The game is just lagging right now for no fucking reason, so... Woohoo! Alright, hold on. We are going to... Actually, there's one thing I did yesterday that might be a part of it. I tried that looseless scaling thing, because people are recommending it, for Helldivers, to make Helldivers run better. But it turns out that it also degraded my performance like something fierce, instead of actually being a help. Like, it made me go from in the ship from 100 frames down to 72 frames, and it made things have severe input lag. So I'm wondering if opening that yesterday has caused something to like get stuck or something.
That's quite possible.
All right, sorry folks, we're
Stuff
going to
like that is
restart
what
the
restarting is supposed to clear out. So
we're going to restart the stream really quick. I apologize. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, just stay here. If you can, just stay in the chat, and the moment the stream will be back up, your tab will usually self-update, and then we should be back. All right, I'll be